Welcome replay viewers, and good morning everybody, and welcome to the World Trade Center here in Lower Manhattan. The time is 8:27 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you for inviting your folks there. We just arrived here from Penn Station on the 1 train, the subway train. Let's take a walk around and show you the beautiful area here for the next hour or so. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining. We're at World Trade Center. Here's the North Memorial Pool, which looks like it's temporarily turned off. Thank you for all the hearts. We'll take a walk around the area here and we'll just pace ourselves. Let me tilt up to show you One World Trade Center. And there it is. Next to it is 7 World Trade Center. Thank you for joining, folks. All right, let's take a walk around the area. We'll go over to the other side of the North Memorial Pool, and we'll take a look at the survivor tree that Dutch Mars talks about all the time. Then we'll look at the South Memorial Pool, and we'll take a walk up into Liberty Park, which is an elevated park at the south end of the World Trade Center complex here. I will show you more of the buildings in a little bit. I'm able to spend about an hour here this morning, so we'll take our time walking around. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, the water is turned off right now in the North Memorial Pool. We're walking along here at the, you can see some of the names of the dearly departed folks who lost their lives on 9/11. I must point out this is a memorial area, and we'll treat it with respect and dignity. The boss, thank you for joining. Thanks very much. I'm at World Trade Center, walking around the north side of the North Memorial Pool, and we'll head over to the south side of the memorial here. Appreciate the hearts, people. Thank you for joining. Oh, well, good morning to you in Dublin, Ireland, and thank you for joining. I appreciate that. We're over at the northwest corner of the World Trade Center Memorial. This is the latest area that's been opened up, this little park memorial area here. And I think this is something of a tribute to the people who succumbed since 9/11. This was just opened up this spring, I believe. Let me show you some of the views of the buildings here. Let me get in a little bit out of the sun. Yes, there's crews that go around and obviously are after any trash, but most people are good in that regard. All right, this gull-shaped building that you see in the center of the picture now is the Oculus. That's what it's known as. Actually, it's a transportation center. It's a connection for the PATH trains from New Jersey and quite a few of the subway trains. There are all kinds of shops inside. We'll go walk through there on our way back to the number 1 train when I take that back to Penn Station. Let me tilt up and I will show you number 3 World Trade Center, which is now open on the left, and on the right is number 4 World Trade Center, which was the first building completed. The sequence was 4 World Trade Center was completed, and then 1 World Trade Center, and now 3 World Trade Center. There are plans for a number 5 building in the future, but I guess they don't have the tenants lined up yet to make that a reality. Here's looking to the south of us, some of the surrounding buildings. There are new high-rises going up here, existing hotels. Let's take a walk down toward the south reflecting pool, and we'll go see the what they call the survivor tree. That was a pear tree that survived the attack on 9/11. The firemen and the rescue people found this tree in a pile of rubble, and it was nursed back to health and replanted over here. So it's given the name the survivor tree. Pretty special place. Yeah, with there's beautiful stories here. Hopefully the waterfall will be on for the south reflecting pool, South Memorial Pool. We're walking over that way now, and we'll give you a better view of 1 World Trade Center from down that end of the memorial area here. Thank you for all the hearts. I'll just tilt up one more time and show you 1 World Trade Center here at the North Memorial Pool. We're not going to the top today, but at some point in the future, maybe in the fall of the year, I'll take another trip up to 1 World Observatory at the top of the building, and we'll get our magnificent views of New York City and the metropolitan area from up there. Since that opened in 2014, I've been up there about 5 times. And I'm telling you folks, it's really worth it. Now, anyone planning a trip to New York City, I know it's a little bit of an expense, but I would put that on your list of things to do, is to go to the top of 1 World Trade Center. It's called 1 World Observatory. You can, yes. I walk slowly through here with a purpose and with the remembrances. It is a place of reverence, in spite of the fact that you hear the city traffic all around us, things of that nature. Well, we're close to West End Avenue over here to our right. That's a busy north-south 6-lane throughway, or not throughway, but street. I love the trees, how they're planted. People are already lined up to go to the 9/11 museum. I think it opens at 9. Thank you for joining. Yes, the water is on at the South Memorial Pool. So let's take a walk over here to see that. We're at the northwest corner of the South Memorial Pool. And these memorial pools are basically where the original World Trade Center towers stood. In other words, if you were at the pool, you would be inside the lobby of the World Trade Center buildings. Here I'm going to tilt up again and show you 4 World Trade Center. And then to its left is 3 World Trade Center. Hello. Thank you for joining me today, folks, here at World Trade Center Memorial. All right, here's the survivor tree over here. Let's go see the survivor tree. Yes, they are working. They're open for commercial business. As I say, 4 World Trade Center opened first. I think that's about 72 stories high. And then 1 World Trade Center opened 102 or 104 stories. And then just this past year, 3 World Trade Center opened. Actually, the first one to reopen was 7 World Trade Center, which was refurbished. Let's see if I can get a picture of that. It's just to the east of 1 World Trade. So there we see the building between the trees there. That is 7 World Trade Center. So that's actually the first building that opened, reopened. And there's 1 World Trade Center. And here's the survivor tree. Let's see if we can see the placard for it. This is a very special tree which survived the 9/11 event. It was salvaged from the piles of rubble by the fire department and by the first responders. Yeah, New York is a great place to like. I'm telling you, folks. What's not to like about it? Now let's see if we can give you some information here. Called a Callery pear tree, Stands out from the swamp white oaks that are all the other trees. Discovered amidst the wreckage of the 9/11 attacks. Bark charred from fires and limbs reduced to stump. And yet the tree somehow showed signs of life. Okay, it says it was transported to a nursery in the Bronx, cared for, and replanted here in December 2010. And actually it does get beautiful blossoms on it in the spring of the year. So this is a pretty special tree, remembering 9/11. I think what we'll do next is we'll walk over to Liberty Park, which is now the raised park on the south side of the 9/11 memorial. Let me walk through the newly opened section here, these gardens. Let's walk around here. Again, this part of the park, the memorial, was opened as a tribute to those who have lost their lives since 9/11. First responders and others who were affected by the events of 9/11. Yeah, it's cooler here today. It's very pleasant right now. I would say the temperature is probably in the high 70s. Relative humidity is fairly low, fairly moderate for New York City. Thank you very much. This is the southwest corner of the World Trade Center Memorial, over here on West End Avenue, and let's see, what's the cross street? Somebody help me with that. Where's my friend Dutch when I need him? West Street and Liberty Street. Not West End Avenue, that's incorrect. It's West Street. Major north-south thoroughfare here in Lower Manhattan. Yeah, this is the lower Manhattan on the west side of it, over close to the Hudson River. Yes, I am. I am from Suffolk County. Came in on the early morning train, which was quite an adventure today. I normally take a 5:08 train from Spionk, which is what they call a dual mode. I'll get a better view of that as soon as the lumber truck moves out of the way. Anyway, our dual mode direct train was canceled today because of equipment problems. So I came in on the next train, which is 5:30. And we took that train to Hunters Point Avenue in Queens. And then I took the subway, the number 7 subway from Hunters Point Avenue to Times Square. And then transferred to the 1 train to go from Times Square to come down here to the World Trade Center. All right, bear with me, folks. I'm going up steps now, and I have to hold onto the railing with one hand and my iPhone with the other. This is known as Liberty Park, opened a year or two ago. We're going up to Liberty Park at the top of the steps. You'll see what it's all about when we get up there. One more section of steps to climb. Well, I had to take my time. I'm going to sit over here and catch my breath and give you a view of the area. Okay, so we're about 20 feet up above street level. Let me sit down for a minute. This is looking north, back toward the World Trade Center Memorial. Here again, I'm tilting up and you can see One World Trade Center. It's on the left, or in the center right now, with the spire that gives it a total height of 1,776 feet. Significant number. And then to its right is 7 World Trade Center. Thank you for joining. Huge buildings. Yeah, well, the top floors of One World Trade Center are where the One World Observatory is located. I think it's like a 2 or 3 level observatory. But yes, people are working in all of the other floors below that. You know, high-speed elevators get them up there. In fact, when you take the elevator to the One World Observatory, it from ground level to the observatory is like less than a minute on the elevator. Pretty interesting ride. Well, people are used to it. This is looking to the northeast. Again, let me tilt up and I'll show you. On the right is 4 World Trade Center, and next to it on the left is 3 World Trade Center. What you feel is the initial acceleration and deceleration. But once, you know, the elevator accelerates to its travel speed, and then once it's at its high travel speed, you don't feel that at all. It's almost like going up in a rocket ship, you know, where it accelerates to some high speed from standstill, and then when it slows down, sometimes you can feel like your body floating upward, or your stomach floating upward. Well, to get people to the top and back down in the least amount of time. And there are multiple elevators. The tickets are spaced out like every 15 minutes or so. The groups of people can go up to the top. As I say, I've been up there about 4 times now since it opened, and it's never really overcrowded. It certainly wouldn't be like today on a weekday, although there are going to be a good number of people up there. There's plenty of room. All right, let's look around Liberty Park here, where we are right now. We're up on the level here, about, as I say, about 20 feet above street level. Here's a sculpture that was placed here. Now, the Dutch tell me this is a leftover from the original World Trade Center. Yeah, Century 21 is around here somewhere. You got the Westin Hotel to the south side. Let's see if we have a sign for this. Oh, and the building in front of us here with the white dome, that's the Greek Orthodox Church that was heavily damaged in 9/11. And they started to renovate it, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, they ran out of funding to do that. So it's kind of in a state of limbo right now. Let's see what the sign says for the sculpture here. And then we'll walk around the other side of it. Great spherical carotid, 1971, the Sphere. Okay, and it says it was originally located on the plaza of World Trade Center and recovered from the rubble of the attack. So it was renovated, restored, and placed here at this new Liberty Park, which opened about a year ago. So let's walk around the other side of that. We'll go up the other walkway here. Nice plantings here this time of year. What is this called over here? America's Response Monument. And you can see all the memorial wreaths that people leave. These were on Memorial Day of this year. Thanks again for joining, boss. All right, we're up on Liberty Park at the south end of the World Trade Center Memorial. We'll walk around the south side of this, and then we'll take another look from the north side, and then we'll walk down to street level. Lower Manhattan skyline. See a new high-rise condo being built there. I guess if we have quite a few million, we can get ourselves a nice condo down here at 125 Greenwich Street. Courtyard at Marriott is still here. Now that's got to be about a 70-story building. That's a while. My best guess. I'm comparing it to the size of 4 World Trade Center just to its left, to its north. They seem to be a similar height. And I think 4 World Trade Center is 72 stories. Give or take a few. Let's see, and here's the downtown Westin Hotel over here. The big W there. And actually they're turning them into residences now. So I guess it's being converted to condos. What was a hotel. Or maybe it's a combination of both. All right, let's walk back over to the north side of Liberty Park, and we'll take a look down at the World Trade Center Memorial again. And then we'll walk up to the Oculus, or the Transportation Center, and we'll see what's going on in there. Here again is the Greek Orthodox Church that hopefully will be renovated once they secure funds to do that, because that was severely damaged in 9/11. Thanks for joining. Beautiful day here in Manhattan, folks. Beautiful summer July day. Although I'm going to be heading back home on an earlier train before it starts to get too hot in the city. Watch our step going down here, Jim. Yeah, let's walk around the benches. Thank you for your comments. It is a beautiful area. It's very peaceful too, even with the hustle and bustle of the city. You know, people going to work now. Well, they've certainly made a tremendous recovery from that event. Shows you the resilience that we have, right? Okay, let's see. I think I have to walk around the south side of the Greek church to get down the ramp. The north passageway is blocked off now. Yeah, that gray wall over there has that blocked off. So we'll walk around the other way. Liberty Park, this is known as. And this was just opened last year. I just saw a construction worker go inside the Greek church here, so maybe they are doing interior work or repairs, hopefully. Hopefully that'll get started. Yeah, I'm told that. I won't be here for that, but yes, I understand there's a parade up the Broadway, up the Canyon of Heroes. We can take a walk over there through Zuccotti Park and show you what that's all about. Okay, let's walk over this way out of the stream of traffic here. Joseph Vecchio, 36, thank you for joining. We're at World Trade Center. Right now we're up on Liberty Park. MoMA, that's up on Fifth Avenue, right? That's up Midtown. Central Park East, is that what that is? So that would be up above 59th Street. I'm not sure the exact location, but generally speaking, Midtown Manhattan on the east side of Central Park. So it's quite a few miles from here. We're in Lower Manhattan right now, the financial district. Okay, here's an interesting sign. The future home of 5 World Trade Center. So another tower will be going up over here. And then we have the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox National Shrine that will be renovated here. All right, so Tower 5 will be in this general area. Good, on the south side of the World Trade Center. Let's walk down the ramp here, back toward World Trade Center Memorial. I'm walking northward now, toward Liberty Street. I think we'll sit here at a bench for a little bit, watch the world go by. Greenwich Street and Liberty Street at the southeast corner of the World Trade Center. It is like a theater, an outdoor theater. Yeah. Well, anyone who can get here to visit New York, you should do it. I'm very fortunate in that I live no more than 2 hours away on eastern Long Island by train. And I know it's an expensive place, New York, obviously. Yeah, I saw part of that on TV. That was kind of mind-numbing, shaking. But I'll tell you folks, there are so many good things to do that don't really cost you that much. You know, you get yourself a Metro card for the subway, have that expense or investment, ride the subways to where you want to go. And a lot of it is just walking around, visiting sites. All right, let me pan up here one more time to the top of the World Trade Center, One World Trade Center. And this is it. This is the Big Apple. This is it. All right, I'm going to shut down now on this broadcast, good people. I thank you very much for joining me for this portion of it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the tour of World Trade Center area here today. And everybody have a wonderful day wherever you are. And keep your hopes up. Well, you're very welcome. All the best to everybody who follows me on Periscope and YouTube and Twitter. Take care, good people.